been medically transitioning for like well over a year at that point and was recognized 100% of the time as a male. So when I went to vote in my district, I presented my ID and it said female, and it led to a lot of questions.
Members of the LGBTQ community in Tennessee may decide to change their gender, but that change may not transfer to their government records soon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Latricia Thomas.
And I'm Josh Rowe. Those records include driver's licenses like the one you see right here. You can see the column where the person listed here, F for female.
State lawmakers in Tennessee are looking to define sex based on a person's birth certificate, meaning that person's records wouldn't change if they chose to identify as a male.
News Channel 9's Jacqueline Davis breaks down the debate on both sides. Jacqueline.
Josh, Latricia, choosing which box to check for your sex on your driver's license doesn't seem very controversial for many Tennesseans. But as lawmakers debate whether they should restrict that, the transgender community says it's another strike just against them.
Science is clear. Biology is clear. Genetics is clear.
Exactly, sponsor, what problem will this bill resolve?
If you have two X chromosomes, you're female. If you have an X and a Y, then you're male.
This bill says the sex of a Tennessean's license should match what's on their birth certificate. But members of the LGBTQ community that testified before lawmakers say it will make their lives more difficult.
To enact this bill's strict binary understanding of sex is to sentence us, to sentence me, to purgatory throughout state law.
Darren Johnson is a chaplain, and one lawmaker had a strong response.
And when we continue to spit in the face of God as a nation, we're going in the wrong direction. I want the blessings of God, not the curse of Him.
For Henry Seaton,
it just adds a level of danger for a lot of trans people.
A member of the ACLU who has been fighting for the rights of transgender community members since high school.
I kind of came to the conclusion that to prevent me from being bullied or harmed, I would not be allowed to use the men's restroom.
He says this challenge will create more problems than needed.
It adds a heightened level of scrutiny for DMV workers and for trans people who want to do that on their driver's license. So
the bill's fiscal note says this could put billions of dollars in federal funding in jeopardy. Coming up at 6, why the sponsor says that's not a big deal, but opponents beg to differ.